When the heart begins to believe, effort is useless. There are days when life feels strangely heavy. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet, cold, and exhausting in a way you cannot fully explain. You move through people, through conversations, through ordinary routines. But inside, something feels tired. And after enough disappointments, after enough failed attempts, a quiet thought begins to appear. Maybe all my efforts are useless. And here's the dangerous part. That thought does not scream. It whispers, softly, slowly settling into the heart, like a shadow that refuses to leave. It tells you to stop trying, to stop hoping, to step away from the future before disappointment reaches you again. And over time, you do not give up because you no longer care. You give up because you are afraid of hurting one more time. But here's the truth. The world often teaches us that life must follow a schedule. By this age, you should succeed. By another age, you should be stable. You should shine. You should have figured everything out. And anyone moving differently begins to feel left behind, judged, misunderstood, alone. And this is where everything changes. Life has never followed one universal timeline. Some people bloom early, some bloom quietly, much later. Some run like the wind, others move slowly, like clouds crossing the sky. Neither is wrong, because every person carries a different season within them, a different storm, a different dawn, a different constellation. And maybe that is what we forget when we compare ourselves to others. We are not meant to bloom all at once. But here comes the deeper truth. Effort was never meant to impress the world. It exists to keep the small inner flame alive. Yes, effort may not guarantee success, but without effort, hope slowly disappears. And sometimes, the greatest victory in life is not reaching the top. It is standing up again after falling apart, again and again and again. Because a human being is much like a falling petal, fragile perhaps, wounded perhaps, but still capable of carrying fragrance. And effort is that fragrance, quiet, invisible at times, yet slowly changing who you become. And maybe one day, after all the confusion, you will finally understand. It was never true that your efforts were meaningless. The flower simply had not reached its season yet. The dawn was still gathering light behind a distant mountain. So if your heart still carries even a little warmth, a little kindness, a quiet desire to try again, then none of your effort has been wasted. None of it. Because those who hurt you teach you about the world's indifference, but those who help you remind you that goodness still exists. And in the end, what remains is not the failure, not the delay, not the judgment, but the quiet strength that carried you through the storm, softly, steadily, and without giving up.